Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Well, there it is. It was 51 years ago, this year, that I first heard this album on something called vinyl. I was 9 years old. It is, I can still, memories fade through the years, trust me, but I still remember sort of playing the album for the first time and being totally memorized and, opening up the vinyl, the gatefold, which was something I'd never experienced before. Maybe with my dad, yeah, I guess with my dad's country albums, there was maybe a Johnny Cash double album, which had a gatefold, but for rock music, for my own vinyl collection, it was the first gatefold I ever had, and there were inserts, which I thought were kind of stupid even back then at the age of 9, but lyrics on the back, of course, the ending of the album, A Day in the Life, just totally knocked me out. On the Beatles' final US tour in 1966, Paul McCartney was struck by the inventiveness of the West Coast hippie groups, with names such as Quicksilver Messenger Service, Jefferson Airplane, and Big Brother and the Holding Company. In November that year, on a post-holiday flight, he came up with the idea of an alter ego for the band, which would perform an entire album before an audience. And John Lennon says, "Sgt. Pepper is Paul, after a trip to America and the whole West Coast. Long name group thing was coming in. So I think he got influenced by that and came up with the idea for the Beatles. As I read the other day, he said in one of his fanzine interviews that he was trying to put some distance between the Beatles and the public. And so there was this identity of Sgt. Pepper. Intellectually, that's the same thing he did by writing He Loves You instead of I Love You. That's just his way of working. Sgt. Pepper is called the first concept album, but it doesn't go anywhere. All my contributions to the album have absolutely nothing to do with the idea of Sgt. Pepper and his band. But it works because we said it worked, and that's how the album appeared. But it was not as put together as it sounds, except for Sgt. Pepper introducing Billy Shears and the so-called reprise. Every other song could have been on any other album. The opening song, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, is not a favorite of mine. I still love the song, but it's never been a favorite. The new remix I love more than the older version of it, with Paul's lead guitar work really standing out. But that doesn't make any difference with how I rank and rate the song. So I love the song. It's a 10 out of 10 for sure, but it's not really high in my rankings. And like I've always said, I'm going to give a lot of 10 out of 10s for Beatles songs. If I find nothing wrong with the song and I personally love it, it's a 10 out of 10. The most important thing is where it goes in the rankings. So right now, the song goes between Dr. Robert and The Word at number 38. And Paul, great vocals by Paul, of course, and his lead guitar work is awesome. And the one thing I'm not a huge fan of is the draggy kind where Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Sgt. I love more the verses, I guess, than the chorus. But still, overall, I love the song. I love the song. I love the song. So I'd love your thoughts on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the comment section below.